The city of Khan Yunis has seen some of the most intense fighting since the war in Gaza began. Now resembling a vast urban wasteland, Israel has claimed victory over Hamas here. But how much control do they really have? And how did the battle for Khan Yunis unfold? Israeli ground forces entered the city after a huge aerial bombardment in early December, and have spent 2 months attempting to root out the Hamas leadership and search for any signs of the hostages still being held by the militant group. But so far, Hamas's top commanders, including its leader in Gaza, Yahya Sinwar, have evaded capture. It's thought they're still likely to be in Khan Yunis, using a tunnel and bunker network which is much more extensive than Israeli planners first thought. Those tunnels are being discovered and destroyed, but it's slow going. Israeli soldiers have used everything from remote cameras to smoke grenades to assess the extent of this underground labyrinth. Occasionally, the IDF come across a tunnel that seems purpose-built for holding captives, but none of the 130 or so remaining hostages have been successfully recovered. Videos posted by Hamas show its fighters are still able to effectively ambush their enemy, remaining concealed and using the tunnels to escape. Israeli troops who have returned from the front line have confirmed that direct encounters with militants are rare, with Hamas forces preferring to use hit-and-run guerrilla tactics. Speaking to Reuters, an Israeli officer claimed that Hamas's Khan Yunis brigade was the group's most powerful military unit, with a pre-war strength of 5 battalions. Nevertheless, the balance of casualties in the battle is indicative of Israel's vastly superior firepower. Israel's defense minister has claimed that 10,000 Hamas militants have been killed and around the same number wounded. According to the IDF, 224 Israeli troops have been killed in Gaza since the ground operation began in late October. Although most civilians evacuated Khan Yunis when the siege began, those that remain face a daily battle for survival. A cameraman working for ITV News filmed the moments just before and after a Palestinian man was fatally shot by Israeli gunfire in the city. And the residents who have fled their homes have little to return to when the battle for Khan Yunis finally ends. As many as half of the buildings within the city have now been destroyed or damaged, according to recent analysis. On the 1st of February, Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant announced that Hamas forces in Khan Yunis had officially been defeated. But with Hamas leaders still on the run, hostages still out of reach, and an admission from Israeli sources that full operational control has not yet been achieved, how realistic is that claim? Until a negotiated settlement is reached in this conflict, this suffering in Khan Yunis is likely to continue. And now Rafah, a city in the far south of Gaza, which is hosting the vast majority of Gaza's 2.3 million displaced people, could be next in line for a ground assault.